Nice gameplay screen. Wonder how that happened. Alright. There we go. Hello, Lord Soup. I don't know if you're still there. Ooh. I didn't go for that one. Right? Let me just load up my stream. No. Stop. I'm talking to my thing. Your real name is Guy? Really? Huh. Fair enough. It's probably going to take me a while to get used to calling you that. But that makes sense. That's not the right song. I'm just trying to find a song here. You PB'd on Peach Beach. Nice. What did you get? Let's finish this crap now, actually. No. Can't find it. I'll find it later. 114,430. Nice. Did you upload it to the database? Because I might look for it. Let me. I'm too distracted at the moment. I apologise. That's the wrong one. I'm using the other one today. So I did have the right one in hand. Ugh. Okay. I'll start with Jungle Jamble first as a little warm up. Hopefully, considering that I can actually warm up on it. Oh, that really sucks. Do you still have homebrew or anything like that? Oh, this is annoying. Hold on a sec. Let me change. Wii U as well. I mean, it's not impossible to get homebrew on the Wii U because I use it, but it's tough. Oh, it's not worth it for one ghost, anyways. Alright. I forgot I was having a hell of a time with this one, so I'm going to switch the other one. Ugh, fiddling. Stressing me out. I have had a very weird schedule today. I'm streaming late, primarily because I was trying to do a baseline. And it wasn't, well, going well. That's too much. Hold on a sec. Ah! Things are annoying. Do you know things? You know things, right? Okay. This is not going to be any better, actually. We'll do it anyways. Fuck this. Track's annoying already. Switching my thing again. There we go. How are you doing otherwise today, Soup, if you're still there? Don't know if I asked already, or if that's why you responded with the Peach Beach thing. Kind of shit homework and stuff. Ah. Damn. Well, it could be worse, I guess. Ah, well. You'll get through it, I'm sure. I'm not very reassuring. There was something interesting that happened to me on this track yesterday, where I was going for the shroom. And I went too far to the side, a bit like this. Except I didn't fuck it up. Yeah, so actually more like that. And I shroomed and just kind of clipped the wall and went over. And fell off. At least I'm not at work like Bradley may or may not be. Yeah, he disappeared. He said he was going to work, but you know, never told us if he was. God damn Bradley. Landings, I fucked them all. Fuck. Ah! Ah, that's a bitch of a track to play. Especially with shit like that happening. I might have a time on this track, a really bad one though from ages ago. I think I even have your time downloaded. It's most likely, I most likely downloaded it from back when, I'm pretty sure, like, on stream, I would tour, like, several tracks, and then there'll be a handful of people watching who would go to said tracks as well, and we all have different ghosts. And then I would download everybody's ghosts and look at them. Or not. No, I was wrong. I did have Sweeties, though. I do remember that. I must have, done a bit of a cleanup or something. I don't know. That was annoying. Too annoying for me to pass up. I'm gonna do that again. Yeah, I miss Sweetie as well. What's remarkable, actually, is on the Vivbot leaderboard, he's still second. He watched so much streams that he's not been here for pretty much a year, I think. And he's already sustaining second. When I first introduced that bot to this stream, Jacob was in, I think he was either second or first for ages, and he's not even in the top 10 anymore. And so Sweetie did come here an awful lot. It's a pity as well. We had like a group chat with me, Sweetie, and Amin on Discord for a while. And I think when Sweetie became less and less active and then just completely disappeared, the chat went before him. He did on streams, but last year at some point me and Amin both messaged that chat to see if we could get a response from him. We didn't have anything back. Sad times. I think as well with regards to that leaderboard, I think Shadow is going to take second. He's very, very close. He's actually 1 mere XP point away from getting third from Dacia. Like, literally all he needs to do is pop in and message, and he'll just go up. And he hasn't done so, and it's really annoying me. What command again? The leaderboard thing. Well, I know this because there's a command called question mark question mark leaderboard. But the leaderboard only works on mobile for some reason. So I think it's exclamation mark my rank for the thing. Though Vivbot's just given you yours anyways. And hello Bradley, how did you know that Lord Soup was in the chat? Calling him gorgeous. Can't be me. Old Gingy here. Good old Gingy. Go. No. Oh, you're in the top 10, Lord Suit. You weren't there before. That means Jacob's not there anymore at all. Like, you've just leveled up and got to number 9. So you've just pushed Jacob off the top 10. Actually. I'm pretty sure. Either that or you... I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you've always been in the top 10, because you're always here. Well, not always here, but you're here most of the time. If I streamed every day a week, you would be at least at 2 of those streams. My estimate, anyways. Estimate. Even though it is actually spelled estimate. Estimate, even. Language! I hate myself. Ooh, my head. No. Not me head. It hurts. Nice. Excuse me. Where did that come from? My goodness. Right, I think we're good enough to go on an oval. Make things slightly less technical. So, playing Baby Park. Target at the moment is to PB. Which that is current PB. I got this as my first and only run yesterday, which is good. So, yeah. Carrying on with that, I guess. Wish me luck. Hello, Josh. How are you doing? You're just in time to see the most complex track ever. Ah. Don't cough on me. I wonder if Bob's here to do this alongside me as well. It'd be interesting. Yuck, that's too far to the right. Too slow. .110 in Jamble, mid-2017 with Funky. You had a faster time than I did then. My time was like a 10.8 until very recently. I'm mainly playing Jungle Jamble with Mark Bike because, and I don't have a point. No, there's a warm-up track. Probably 107 with Funky, actually. We're cutting it good. There we go, we're already getting 0.8s. I'm struggling to get that analog stick down there. As you can see, not quite doing it there. This track would be so much better if it at least had a left turn. I remember when I uploaded my PB to YouTube, my current PB video, and I don't know who it was. I think it was Bint who commented on it saying, my favourite part about the run was when I turned left. And then someone just responded to him saying like, so you hated the entire run? I would actually prefer it if it was just 2 left turns, to be honest. I think I would actually do a bit better because I wouldn't have to... I think I'd just be able to pull the analog stick better to the left than I would to the right, but I have no idea. I might as well just switch. Because the way that I was going to justify that was the fact that my thumb is, you know, when you're going to turn right, you're kind of pushing the analog stick outward. But if I was to turn left, I'm pulling my thumb inward towards the hand. So, you know, if I just switch hands, then I'm technically doing the same, whereas if it was all left turns, I'll be pushing the thumb outward from my hand. But if I was doing right turns, which this is literally, then I might be pulling my thumb inward. There you go, maybe I figured out the strategy. Maybe that's what Arjun does. Maybe he uses right-handed Wii Wheel. Or what if Arjun's backwards Wii Wheel? Maybe we figured it out. If it was only turning left, I wish there would be a right turn, of course. And if there were both types of turns, Bradley, would you wish it would have a straightaway? Just a continuous straightaway? And then if it was a straightaway, would you wish for both types of turns? You know? I mean, it technically does have a straightaway. It's a long enough straightaway to have a chain on it, so... I would actually consider that to be a proper straightaway. If it's long enough for a vehicle to need a chain, then it's a straightaway. You're messing with my brain. I take that as a yes. Okay. I could try and explain it, but I think I'm not going to explain it well enough, and you're not going to understand it well enough. What I'm saying is, this track, right? Baby Park, it's just got 2 right turns, and you said that you wish it had a left turn. Okay? And then I was saying, I think I'd prefer it with left turns, and you said, but if it was just left turns, then you would say you would want it to have a right turn, right? And then I said, well, if it had both turns, you'd probably want it to be a straightaway. Except it does have a straightaway already, so that point's not really important. As I contradicted myself, but that's what I was saying. Make sense? If it doesn't make sense, I blame you. And myself. You have no clue what I'm saying still. Tasty. It's not important anyways. Just say yes. Also, 0.0 laps are good, I think. Maybe high zeros are a little bit on the side of... I'm so confused. No, you need to say yes, because it's true. Okay, maybe let's try and break it down into... I don't know why I'm going back to this. Let's break it down into questions. So, Bradley. What does this track need? Would you say? In terms of turns. This track needs to not exist. I mean, I like it. Oh, Bradley on this one. Okay. We will stop. But if you think about it... let's stop. Though I'm not putting myself off, which is really bizarre. Good. This is good. Maybe. No. No, that's no. Okay, what else should we talk about? Is there anything more interesting? Let's think. Good, that's actually good. Except I fucked the last alignment up. You're not supposed to crash, by the way. Thanks for reminding me. How about we talk about our toenails again? No, that was weird enough to even be brought up as a topic in the first place. Oh, God. There we go. It's back. It sorted itself out. I don't know what happened there. I think we just had a bit of a blip. A blip. Hopefully it didn't actually cut. Did that little purple thing come up on screen? Hopefully it did. I need all 0.2s in order to do this. I've never been that consistent here in my life, though. Oh, the stream died screen came up. Okay. We're alright with that one. As long as the actual broadcast didn't end, then I'm alright. Good. Wait, no! What the fuck? Okay. I was thinking that would be a mid-point zero, and it was just like, eh, 0.1. Fine. Okay. Whatever. Is everyone still here? That's the more important part. Oh, beautiful. Thanks, Bradley. That's exactly what I want. Whee! No. It's not gonna... Oh, it's at 0.8 still. Is that the same lap as I got last before it? It's all to do with the timing. It's all to do with the timing. Ouch. No. Oh, actually, that was better than I thought. This actually is going to probably be worse, yeah. I'm really struggling to get the analog stick down to the right hand side. Hmm. Hello, Yuri. Yuri MKW. Welcome. I was trying to say something before I did the started off the stream. And I can't remember what it was. I was gonna stream like straight after dinner. I started a bit late today because I was trying to cover a base line. By covering it, I mean like actually redoing one my friend got their friend to do on my own composition. Confusing. I know. I've been procrastinating from doing that. Bases are stressful. Especially to get right. No, this ain't gonna PB, but it'd be nice to finish the run. Yes, I am. That was lap 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Bit too slow. Also, happy 11 o'clock, everybody. How do you feel? I personally feel so indifferent. I didn't actually know that the time was different. Nor would I have known without looking at the one in the corner of the screen. You're playing Mario Kart Wii Time Trials in your bed. What is in laying in bed playing off the screen? Or like laying in bed and imagining you're doing time trials. Because I wish I could honestly play just from my bed. But there's no way that I can actually get a TV set up where my bed is. And I also like in the early hours of the morning. You know, there's like a stage where you're kind of still sleeping, but you're kind of conscious. And so, like, you are thinking of scenarios and stuff in your head, but you're still, like, in, like, a restful state of mind. There's scenarios like that where I'm kind of, like, partly intentionally dreaming that I'm playing a track like MC3 or something, and actually doing really well. That was really bad. I'm playing on my Wii U. Me too. And you use classic Pro controller. Cool. That would be impossible for Wii or what? Playing in bed? Are you sure? How do you lay in bed, Lord Soup? It sounds like you just lay on your stomach or something. I think you'd be like sat upright in bed to play. And yes, that is actually how Bradley used to play. I was going to say that, and then I didn't for some reason, because I was rambling on about my own bed. But Bradley has a little dip in at the bottom, where his bed kind of goes into the wall, and he has like a platform that goes over the top. I think where his feet go, if I remember correctly. Where his TV and his Wii, and I think his laptop as well, just used to sit and you just lay there in bed. The thing is as well is that I never realised that Bradley was in a bunk bed until Bradley moved his setup to just on the floor, so on like a desk in his room, where I then asked him where his bed was, assuming that it was actually behind the other side of the screen, so the screen was facing away from where his bed was, but no, just never realised. Oh, he actually have a video of it? That's cool. Well, I guess it depends on how far your bed is from the screen. Well, for me, it's not necessarily as where it is as far away. It's the fact of how high up it is. My bed is relatively close, as in it's literally from where I'm sat now. I could reach back and just tap on it quite easily. But it's more that it's suspended in the air, so I would essentially have to, and it's also facing the other way, so I wouldn't be able to lay in the bed and play at all from where my TV is at the moment. I'd essentially need to lay across the bed and look down. It will be shit, really. Here's the bed, though. If you can hear that. Sensor bar. I don't actually have a sensor bar. Don't use one at all. I just got my Wii U to power on. And all day I've been trying to get Homebrew on it. And I'm so tired. It's trickier on the Wii U as well. I mean, the easiest way to get Homebrew on the Wii U is if you have Brawl. That's the way that I got it. I actually had to take my... Oh, well, I didn't actually have to, but I just took my Wii U to my cousin's house. And just borrowed his Brawl. And just set up Homebrew on the Wii U, and that's how I got it. And I used Homebrew from there on out to do everything else. My 2:16 speed run. I didn't actually do a setup reveal. Oh! Wow. Just watch your 2:16. I mean... Wait, was your last 2:16? No, that can't be right. I was about to say, was your last 2:16 speed run done still in your bed setup? And it surely has. You've surely done several. Well then, my Brawl disc is scuffed. At least you have one. Although I assume by that you mean it's you can't use it. Just rub toothpaste all over it, Lord Soup. It actually kind of works. That's how I had to fix my Nintendo Land disc. I don't think I've ever had a disc that's in worse nick than a pre-owned Nintendo Land disc, which was clearly owned by kids. Oh my god. Just finger marks and then just a massive scratch down the back. If I cleaned it, toothpaste the whole thing, and it works. Is that true? Yeah. It's actually really weirdly true. Like if you'd have like a massive ass scratch down the face of the disc, just get like toothpaste and then, not too much toothpaste obviously, like a little bit. And then just sort of, fuck off. And then sort of just trace the scratch with your finger and kind of rub in the toothpaste and then clear the excess off, and it does kind of, if you do it correctly, the scratch fades away. I think Bradley actually has more experience using it than I do. The only way this can PB is if I get all 0.2s. But the minute I step out from, you see here, there's this boundary. The minute that I make a drift that leaves this alignment, it's potentially not at 0.2 anymore. My last completed 216 was 21st of August 2018, nearly 2 years ago. Jeez. I mean, that's more recent than mine by about half the time. I'm pretty sure mine was done in 2016. I'll read what Lord Soup said in a minute. That was too far to the left. I have a definitely not pirated old Mario Kart Wii disc that is in a terrible condition, so that could be useful. Nice. I have more experience with what? I zoned out. Toothpasting discs. I was talking to Soup about the toothpaste method. Oh yeah, I also scratched up my original Mario Kart Wii disc quite badly, so there was almost a point where I just couldn't play. And Bradley told me I could toothpaste the disc, and I fixed it. I think that's actually the first. I think that's actually the first time I heard of it and used the method myself. Then I fixed Nintendo Land like that. You used the toothpaste method on your Mario Kart Wii disc like 5 or 6 times. Nice. Still my original disc from 2009. I can't remember if I'm using my original disc or my Australian one. I would think that I'm using the Australian one. I wouldn't know for sure. Gotta love that though. Some random guy in Australia selling Australian Mario Kart Wii discs on the UK eBay. But what's more remarkable is I ordered it and it arrived the same week. So if he had used like UK postage with stamps and everything, I would not have known that it came from Australia. Quite funny though. Did I tell you my story of buying an Australian Mario Kart Wii disc? Did you actually buy one? Is that why you've got the yellow line, or have you just changed the region? Oh, you didn't? Okay. Because they are virtually the same. You did try. Interesting. How did that go? And also, hello, Bob. Are you going to get in on playing this crap with me? As well. Super fun. Hopefully not. Let's change that to a yes. I don't blame you if you don't want to. You missed out on the conversation we were having earlier, Bob, though. Where Bradley said that he would prefer this track if it at least had one left turn. And then I said, I'd prefer this track if it was both left turns. And then I asked Bradley if this both had left turns and right turns, would he prefer it to be a straightaway? I went to online TT, but I have a suspicion it's dead. It was really alive earlier. I mean, I actually played earlier, so that was fun. Might play tomorrow, but a bit more. Oh yeah, Bradley, you happy that you beat me on MC3? You wanted to. Put that on your CV. I beat Wanky863 in an online time trial. Hooray! Oh, that MC3 race was terrifying. There was just way too much on the screen, and I was using FunkyCon. Ah, Moth! No! Leave. Immediate lie. That was a really surprisingly good Shroom Lap. What it was worth. I will sit on searching for players for an eternity if necessary. Do you really want to play it that badly? Were you playing earlier, Bob? Or were you busy earlier? Better than worldwides against Andrew 234324 on the standard cart. And hello, Rach. How are you doing? Oh God. It's a pity that one was actually pretty slow. Damn it! My favourite course, but it's not on the Wii Vanilla. Yeah. Interesting. Well, must be nice to finally see one of your favourite tracks being played on stream. I've time trialed this one a bit quite repulsively as well, like sometime last year. Going for PB at the moment. But the thing is, the faster you get on this track, the tighter you have to get to those turns, and quite tight. What the hell? Okay. I went on the Australian eBay and tried buying an Mario Kart Wii disc. None of the ones I tried couldn't be delivered to my address. I tried with many sellers, still got the same error for all of them. Then I noticed some items in my trolley, and it was all of the discs I tried to buy, and it kept trying to get me to confirm payments for the discs. In total, they came up to about 400 Australian dollars, and I had to contact all the sellers to cancel the orders. What on earth? How? That sounds really stressful. I mean, it's actually probably... I would assume, for one, that they're probably not going to be able to deliver to the UK because of the lockdown at the moment. I don't know how it's working with Australia at the moment, but I know it's certainly the case for a lot of overseas goods anyways. The other thing though, it makes no sense. Luckily all orders were cancelled, so I still have my money. Good. I played this course on Mario Kart DS, and it's my favourite. Nice. I mean, I think Mario Kart DS, with regards to time trialing this track and its tech, is probably a lot more interesting than Mario Kart Wii. But it's been done justice. You had the likes of Arjun, Joshua, Tomothy, a Japanese player called Rika, myself, and our favourite player of all time, everyone's favourite player of all time, Russo X, play this track. We're actually the only people who've subbed 111, actually. It's really interesting. Not many people like it enough to play it constantly, but I'm alright with it. I think Australia's lockdown is over. I think I saw something like that earlier, like on the news today. They had some footage from Australia where people were going to pubs and restaurants just as if nothing ever happened. I don't know how affected they were though. Like again, I think you're more likely to get far many more issues over here in Europe because we're much closer to where the virus originated from. And people are probably going to be more likely to commute between said countries in Europe. And then, of course, the populations are, I think, a lot more tightly packed together regarding various different countries to size. Like, I honestly think Australia and New Zealand together is just two countries. Probably covers the same, if not more, area than the whole of Europe does. And that's like, I wouldn't even know where to begin with how many countries there are in Europe. Let's see if we can count them all. No. VR search, please, Bean. Actually found someone nice. Maybe I should pick up this track up. Maybe. You probably will be able to... You'd have an advantage, Lord Suit, because of the wheel. You'd be able to get these turns a lot sharper than anyone else can, not using the wheel. See, that's the thing. The wheel advantage on this track. Arjun cannot be stopped, no matter how hard I drift. He'll just go in tighter. Because my little analog stick on my nunchucks is just too underpowered for the wheel. So how did it actually start? Was it a bat or did someone try actually? And just like that, you've infected me. I think the easiest option to do for us both is not believe LVK. Our population in England alone is bigger, I think. Well, no one lives in Western Australia, so I mean, Australia has like a fucking desert right in the middle. Everyone just lives at the edges. For all I know, or I remember, anyways. You know who would actually be able to talk about this very fluently? It's Anthony. Unfortunately, we don't talk to Anthony anymore. He'd know, though. He'd be able to lecture us about his own country. Then again, I don't really know much about living in the UK. Other than the fact that in most towns, the houses tend to be a lot crappier and cheaper towards the centre of a town, as opposed to the outskirts, the suburbs. That's I think that's not just UK specific. That's more based on just general expansion of towns and cities. As populations begin to grow, more space is needed for newer houses. And so the towns are essentially built outward onto farmland. Actually, that's something that's going to probably happen here. There's a massive plan in the works now, put in place by the council, where a lot of the farmland, there's like a load of fields across from my house, all the way down to, if you see in the background here, I'll just remove the gameplay briefly. This picture, I actually went to write a song in this field, this platform, up in this tree, sometime last month. It's actually about an hour away. Not an hour, maybe like half an hour walk away. An hour in total walking there and back. I went and sit in this thing in the tree and just stared out over this massive field, and I sat there for like 3 or 4 hours writing a song. That's on the list to be dug up and used as housing land. And it's the same said for actually a lot of my favourite walking areas. It's either going to be turned into floodplain area or housing estate. And as sad as that is, especially for me, considering I've been going to these areas since I was a kid, I don't disagree with the premise. Overpopulation can be quite a big problem if not taken into consideration, and housing around here is absurd already to both find and buy, pricing wise, so it makes sense, but whatever. I'm hoping that I will not be living around here by the time that happens, but as much as I hope, I don't think that's very likely. I'm probably going to be stuck here till I'm like 40 or some crap. But whatever. Sorry, I'm neglecting reading chat again. Let me catch back up again. I got to go. I've got to watch this 39-minute video that my teacher sent me for homework. Ah well. Thank you for stopping by, Lord Soup. Hope your homework goes well. Take it easy, my friend. It's the same in Ireland, except the city, it's more expensive. The inner city is more expensive and nicer. Yeah, not as modern. Yeah, you see, I think cities have a premise where once they've expanded to a point where there's more important things within the inner city, like shopping areas and lots of different business districts, then it kind of makes sense, because most of that area's either going to be just renovated for headquarters and crap, or really and provided as really expensive living area for the people who work there. It's the same case in London, and also where I go to the studio as well, but it's very different in the sense that literally just a walk. Well, I'm not in the case of London, but where I go to the studio, literally just a walk away from the station, which is located in the center. You go to all this kind of cheap looking rundown area with all these old terraced houses and factories and things. I've got to go. Good night, and hopefully see you again soon. Alright, take it easy then, Rach. Thank you for popping by just a little while. I'll probably be playing more of this, so it's definitely not the last you've seen of it, but we'll see. I've been incredibly lucky with my attempts here, so could get somewhere tonight. Not with this lap one, or that collision. Right, continuing. My feet are getting cold. That's the type of collision I hate. Also, Bob, I'm sorry, I completely forgot to respond to you there. Seems like you found a room. I'm playing with a meal. I was reading what you were saying, just not aloud. The premise of CT time trials actually sounds like it would be pretty cool. Time trial online. But I feel like, considering the current state of the pack, be it that it's not like part of CTGP yet, it'd be too much to try and get people to play CTs in it. If that makes any sense. So like you could get people who already have the pack to download like a set of 32 CTs for their My Stuff, and then put it in their My Stuff and run the time trial code. But I just don't think, because it's not a main feature yet, not many people are playing it yet, it's just not really viable. It makes more sense in my head. This chap thinks I weed off. Hit truck in front of Emil and DC'd, wow. Well, now that makes a bit more sense, actually. Reading it backwards in conversation. Have you ever done that before, where you just load up the messages from your friend or your mum and just read them backwards instead of top to bottom, it's bottom to top? I don't, usually. Twitch chat's the only place that I do that. Hello, Jake. Why can't you believe that I'm playing this track? Doesn't seem so hard to believe, just me saying it out loud. I'm actually really enjoying it, which is really funny. Playing a track that goes in an oval and you loop it 7 times. You literally just described it. Just described why I like it. Why do you like to drive around an oval? Why not? It's enjoyable. Plus, I want a PB, so I'm trying to do that. Just taking a break from MC3, and my mind just was like, Baby Park. And I was like, okay. And I don't have anything to complain about since. How are you doing otherwise? Worked all day and you want to cry asked the floor. Is that school homework? School work? And also shit the bed. Shit the bed's a celebration. Nah. How are things revelating over in America with regards to lockdown and everything? Because they're actually considering reopening the schools here in June. Some schools, which are independent, are even already reopening at the moment. Which I just find bizarre. I think it makes sense, but it's also just too early to do anything like that. But it also makes sense, and I'm just surprised. Yeah, they're reopening the schools. There's actually... I was checking the news. I was checking the news earlier and it was like, the schools actually wanted to reopen. Like, I thought, to start off with, it was just Boris, like, being impatient and being like, this is going on for too long. We must send the kids back to school. Then I realized it was actually because of the economy. Because there's lots of people not being able to work at the moment. Looking after their kids. Fuck. I like how I just kept pausing in conversation to try and concentrate on the turns. It's really funny. I like that. Yeah, I think, what was I saying? Thinking of reopening schools so that some kids can go back to school and therefore parents who are having to look after them at home can go to work. And hopefully that would somewhat help the economy from not completely crashing out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the idea, but it's already too late. It's already too late. Oh dear. It's not going well. Okay. They are opening a few places up, but on strict limit. Okay. I think that's probably what they're going to do with the schools. Like, they're going to try and enforce kids to stay apart from each other and have regular checks on all the pupils and everything. And they were... Oh, I think they're actually only going to have kids that, like, can't be able to work from home and look after themselves, or their parents aren't there to look after them. So it's mainly primary schools that are going back. And then some kids in secondary schools. So it's not as bad as I made it out to be, but you know. Bradley's playing online TTs. Amin can return to school. Yeah. God. Amin's young. Good stuff. Clearly didn't shut the console off and turn it back on. And yeah. No reset buttons on Wii U's. I have to just pull the cord out. Or toss the console out the window. I mean, you work with what you got, right? No, reset doesn't do anything to the power. I'm pretty sure. It literally just pulls it back. It's not like a power reset. It's like a sort of software one. Kind of like when you restart a computer. The computer stays on most of the time. Mine doesn't, because mine's... I fucked the settings up, so my restarting the computer actually turns it off. Trying to shut down the computer crashes the thing, as does trying to put it to sleep. So it's just constantly on, and if I wanted to ever turn it off, I just have to restart it. Weird. Not getting a new one. Depending on what screen you're on, it'll either go back to the Wii menu or the Mario Kart Wii title screen. Interesting. Somehow, that's just reminded me of something. You know how Peter is a thing on Spotify? Some guy called Peter recently just cut off his ankles. I don't care. I found a more annoying one. A more annoying advert that actually exists on Spotify. Exists. And it's kind of insulting, actually. It's just, I don't know what it is, but I know... I don't know who it is, even, but I know... Tame Impala did a collaboration with some rapper dude. And I say rapper as a loose term. They're shit! And their rap was like, I got no charge on my phone. My balls got stuck in the John, I don't know. But it was so bad. It was like, I just could not stand it. It was, and it's insulting that, like, to me, that is considered to be a song. And it's been advertised to me on Spotify, and it came up constantly, like 5 or 6 times. I was so upset with it. Another reason as to why Spotify has absconded from the stream. Though it will be back soon. Maybe this ad will cheer you up. Have you found the Peter ad on YouTube? If you actually have, I might actually use that for something, not gonna lie. If it's a different thing, then I'm intrigued. Come on. My turns aren't working. It's different. Ooh, what is it? It's not showing me what it is. I'll try and load it in a second. I can't hear anything to the computer, so if it is the Peter advert, then you know. If you really want me to listen to... That's just what I'm afraid of doing. Like I'm afraid of just clicking it, loading it up, having to plug headphones in to listen to what it actually is. And it's just going to be the Peter advert. I'll load it and see what it is first. It's not showing me what it is just by hovering over it. For some reason. Oh, okay. This one's for everyone.
Have you ever looked for a hotel online? Did you notice that there are so many different prices out there for the exact same room? Well, Trivago does the work for you and instantly compares the prices of over 600,000 hotels from over 200 different websites. So instead of searching for hours or spending too much, Trivago makes it easy for you to find the ideal hotel for the best price. Just go to Trivago, type in where you want to go, and with 2 clicks, select your check-in and check-out dates and search. It's that simple. Trivago searches hundreds of websites at the same time and shows you the most popular hotels. You can adjust the price so that it fits in with your budget, or select the number of stars, or filter by average guest ratings from over 100 million reviews. Remember, Trivago shows you all the different prices for the exact same room. And that's how you can be sure that you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
That's the Australian ad, which is interesting.